A very good morning to all of you. I'm Swati Prakash and I'm working in BBD University as a senior assistant professor in the School of Pharmacy. My stream is pharmaceutics, so I will discuss about the prescription that is related to the pharmaceutic subject, and it is also related to B.Pharm first year, first semester course. And today I will discuss about the prescription and the introduction to prescription, types of prescription, and the classification of prescription and the other related topics. Now I will start with the introduction part of prescription. First of all, I will discuss the contents that I will discuss the contents like the introduction to prescription, types of prescription, parts of prescription, handling of prescription, and errors in prescriptions. So these are the topics that I will discuss today. So the first one is the prescription. A prescription is a written order from a registered medical practitioner on other licensed practitioner to a pharmacist giving salient instructions regarding the dispensing of prescribed medications. It includes the name of medicines, their quantities, instructions to the pharmacist to dispense, and it is a mean by which the treatment is provided to a particular patient in a systemic manner with the combined counseling and services of both physicians and the pharmacist. The word prescription is derived from the Latin word prescriptus, which made up of two Latin words that play a prefix meaning before and scriber meaning to write. Prescription is an order written by a physician, dentist, or any other medical practitioner to the pharmacist to compound and dispense a specific medication for individual patients. Prescription is accompanied by direction for pharmacist and for patients. Types of prescription. There are two types of prescription. The one is the pre-compounding prescription. Prescription for already prepared drug, that is the pharmaceutical companies, example capsule ciprofloxacin, example, and extemporaneous prescription. The pharmacist prepare the medication according to the drugs and dosage directed by the physician onwards, not in practice. So this is these are the types of prescription. First one is pre-compounding prescription. And the second one is extemporaneous prescription. The pharmacist prepare the medication according to the drugs and dosage directed by the physician. Nowadays, it is not in practice. So as a drug class is classified as a group of medications that either work similarly, have a comparable chemical composition, or treat related conditions. When it comes to diagnosing and treating a particular health condition, it is up to your physician to provide you with a medical regimen, including the prescription medication when it is necessary. However, there are instances where it takes time, including the trial and error, to find the right type of treatment. For example, some patients may have a sensitivity or allergic reactions to a medication that they do not know about until they take it. In other instances, some medications may not be an effective course of treatment. There are just a few of the common obstacles people may face when trying to obtain the best course of treatment. So these are the types of prescription, and the next one is the parts of prescription. The parts of prescription, as you can see that there are so many parts of prescription like date, superscription, name, age, sex, address of patient, subscription, inscription, signature, and the prescriber. Prescriber is also classified into three types: the signature, address, and registration number. So the first, this is an written example of prescription. You can also recognize the different parts of prescription, like superscription, that is the meaning recipe, and subscription, that is the instructions given to the pharmacist, and the special instruction like refill, and the sigma, that is the directions for patient, and inscription, that is the medication prescribed, the medications that are prescribed, it is given by the inscription. And date prescription was written, the date on which the patient is recommended by the pharmacist to take the prescription drugs. And the patient information, the whole patient information is there, like age, and prescriber information, the hospital, the pharmacist, medical practitioners information is on the top, at the top of the prescription, and the DEA number. So this is a general written example of a prescription by which you can easily recognize the different parts of prescription. Next, the first part, every prescription must bear the date on which the particular medicines are prescribed. This helps the pharmacist to find out the cases where old prescriptions are to be repeated for a long time. Usually this happens in case of patient of tuberculosis, epilepsy, asthma, etc. Data also helps pharmacists to keep day-to-day patient record in a chronological manner, which may be beneficial to patient and the doctors to refer the old case that the date-wise in future if or at all any complications arises. Date, it is written on the prescription by the prescriber, and it is easily to know when the medication were last dispensed, and by which we can prevent the misuse of a drug by the patient. And the prescription which prescribe the narcotic or other habit forming drugs must bear the date, so as to avoid the misuse of the prescription if it is presented by the patient a number of times for dispensing. Next is the name, age, sex and address of the patient. So the name, age, sex and address of the patient must be written on the top of the prescription. This helps the pharmacist to identify the correct patient, avoiding any chance of giving the medicines to a person other than the one it is dispensed for. The patient's full name must be written instead of surname or the nickname. Age and sex of the patient become more important in case of children to check the dose of the medication. Hence, these precautions create no danger of being administered to the wrong number of family or hospital ward having similar names. So the address of the patient is recorded to contact patient at the later stage or to deliver the medication personally. It helps to identify the prescription, especially in case of children. Age and sex of the patient help the pharmacist to check the prescriber dose of medication. In case if any of these this information is missing in the prescription, the same may be included by the pharmacist after proper inquiry from the patient. Next is the superscription. Superscription, the part of prescription is represented by the symbol R, and which is always written before prescribing medications. It is supposed to be a prayer to Jupiter, the god of healing, for a quick recovery of the patient. Nowadays, the symbol represent as an abbreviation of the Latin word which stands for take, do, or you take. So it is represented by the symbol Rx, and Rx is the abbreviations of the Latin word recipe, meaning take, do, or you take. In older days, the symbol was considered to be the originated from the sign of Jupiter and god of healing. This symbol was employed by the ancient in requesting God for the quick recovery of the patient. Next is the inscription. Inscription in the body of the prescription, which contains name and quantities of the prescribed ingredient. The ingredients are written one by one in a separate line, and against which the quantity required is is shown, and the last ingredient is usually the vehicle or diluent. In the case of complex prescription, the inscription can be divided into 4 parts. The first one is the basic, the medicinal active ingredients, and the second one is adjuvants, assist the bases, and the third one is the corrective that is required to lessen the undesirable or harmful effect of adjuvant, and the vehicles used as a solvent to dissolve the solid substances and or to increase the volume of the prescription. Next, the immediately below the subscription and contains the name, the exact formulation, and the unit dose of the drug to be dispensed. And nowadays the majority of the drug are prescribed which are already in a suitable formulation, and the pharmacist is required to dispense the ready-made form of drug, and so compounding of a prescription is almost eliminated. Next one is subscription. The part of the prescription contains directions of the prescriber to the pharmacist regarding the type and compounding of dosage form, along with the number of doses to be dispensed. The part contains the prescriber's direction to the pharmacist, and it includes the type, dosage form to be prepared, and the number of dose to be dispensed, and the signature, address, registration number of the prescriber. The last requirement of a prescription is the signature, address, and the registration number of the prescriber, which turns the prescription into a legal and authentic order to the pharmacist. Deletes any danger of use of spurious drug. The registration number of a prescriber is a must when a prescription contains narcotic or other habit forming drugs. To curtail time, prescription might have the address and the registration number printed on it well in advance, except the signature which is to be done in the last after completing the whole prescription. So signature, it is usually written as SIG on the prescription, and it consists of a direction to be given to the patient regarding the administration of the drug, and usually the quantity of the medicament or number of dosage unit to be taken, and how many times in a day or at what time it should be taken. Instructions must be written on the label of the container. Next, renewal instruction. It is the prescriber indicates on every prescription order whether it may be renewed or and if so, how many times. It is very important, particularly in the prescription containing the narcotic and habit forming drugs, to prevent its misuse. And the next is the signature, address and registration number of the prescriber. Information about the physician is essential so that the doctors could be contracted in emergency, and the prescription must be signed with the prescriber's own hand, and the address and the registration number should be written in case of narcotic or other habit forming drugs to prevent its misuse. A pharmacist must have a thorough knowledge of various abbreviations and common systems of weights, their interconversion and household equivalent, along with the calculation abbreviation to solve the prescription. A pharmacist must be aware of all the possibilities of error and mistakes which lead to dispense a wrong prescription. A few points he must keep in his mind and while compounding, such as for dispensing purpose, the limit of the tolerance is narrow and 10% error is accepted. A pharmacist must guard against the possible sources of errors which may take place due to the oversight, carelessness, and the absent understanding and the negligence, and any calculation must be rechecked while converting recipe from one system to another. The equivalents must be checked twice or thrice, and the labels of ingredients must be checked checked at different stages of compounding. Example, while removing the container from the shelf or before weighing or measuring the drugs, and at the time of replacing the container. care must be taken in care must be taken in writing or writing decimal places. A pharmacist must be aware of the degree of accuracy of the balances which have been used while weighing, and it is better to ascertain the degree of sensitivity of the balance. Suppose the balance shows a movement from the rest point only after a weight of 20 mg is placed on the pan. It is obvious that the quantity less than 20 mg in weight cannot be weighed by the balance. The minimum quantity that can be weighed by the balance can be fixed by the fixing percent error then can be tolerated. Suppose the sensitivity of a balance is 10 mg and the permissible error is 5%, so the minimum quantity, that is 100 into 10 upon 15 is equals to 200 mg, can be weighed by such balance. Next, the handling of prescription. The handling of prescription, there are some steps by which we can handle the prescription, like receiving, reading and checking, collecting the materials, and weighing and compounding and finishing. So the first one is the receiving. A pharmacist must always be present during the time of receiving the prescription. Under no circumstances an authorized person should try to receive or read the prescription. Patients are directed gently to wait in a waiting area which has full arrangement for the patient comfort, like sitting chairs, sofa set, table, etc., along with some magazines and literature on health matters and current topics. The whole environment of the waiting area must be educative by putting or hanging some chairs, some charts relating to the general knowledge regarding hygiene, family planning, contagious diseases, precautions during pregnancy, and the vaccination, etc. The aim of pharmacy is to create such an environment which will let the patient peaceful during which their prescriptions get ready, and also to educate them for health consciousness. Patients are informed about likely waiting period. In large hospitals, they are issued a slip or token to identify the prescription. Few important points a pharmacist must keep in his mind: that while receiving the prescription, he should not make any comments or gesture either approving or disapproving it. A pharmacist should not give such face expression to the patient that he is surprised or confused after seeing the prescription. Next, reading and checking the prescription. As soon as pharmacists receive a prescription, a proper checking should be done behind the counter. Any error or ambiguity must immediately be referred to either senior pharmacist or, if needed, to physician. General errors which may be found out during the scrutiny of a prescription are stated, like in spelling of several drug names, since innumerable number of proprietary products and very little difference in the spelling of the drugs. That is one example. The aprisolene, priscolene, compicillin, and ampicillin, digoxin, digitoxin, quinine, quinidine, and so these are the little differences in the spelling of drugs. Illegible writing of physician, and the missing quantities of ingredient, units of weights and measures, strength of solutions, vehicles, quantity to be supplied, directions for use, and incompatibilities in prescription. The doses of the medicament, it may be dangerous if adult dose is prescribed for a child. No doubt a pharmacist should solve the prescription containing incompatibilities, but he has any doubt in the situation, he must not hesitate to consult physician. Next one is a collecting and weighing the material. So the compounding, labeling and packaging, collecting and weighing the material. In this the material should be collected in the left side of the compounding area, and the weight measure is at the right area of the balance. So the material, the raw material is kept on the left side when we placed on the balance, and the weight quantity is kept at the right side when we placed at the placed onto the balance. So compounding, labeling and packaging. When a prescription is thoroughly checked, it should be kept for dispensing, and compounding, labeling and packaging should be done in a neat and clean place. All the equipments and glassware should be thoroughly cleaned and washed. In case of supply of pre-packaged medicines, he is nothing to do any dispensing except to wrap it with a manufacturer's label and then deliver to the patient. Sometimes he is to supply small volumes from the stock solution. In this case, a suitable container with a closure is chosen, filled with a requisite number of volumes, affixed a label and then delivers to the patient. A real professional competence of a pharmacist is tested when compounding is to be done. It requires a series of operations depending on the nature of preparations. Next, the common Latin RX words that is given by the pharmacy. Some of the common Latin prescriptions abbreviation include AC means the before meal, BID means the twice a day, GT means drop, HS means at bedtime, OD means right eye, OS means left eye, PO means by mouth, PRN means as needed, and Q3H means every 3 hours, and QD means every day. QID means 4 times a day, and SIG means right, and TID means 3 times a day. Medication error. If we discuss about the medication error, so medication error a medication error is any preventable event that may cause or lead to inappropriate medication use or patient harm while the medication is in the control of the healthcare professionals, patient or consumers. Such events may be related to the professional practice, healthcare products, procedures and systems, including prescribing, order, communication, product labeling, packaging and nomenclature, compounding, dispensing, distribution, administration, education, monitoring and use. So this is a general introduction of the medication error. The types of medication error, there are the different types of medication error like prescribing error, dispensing error, documentation error, administration error, transcription error and the indent error. So the first one is the prescribing error. The prescribing error, a clinically meaningful prescribing error occurs when, as a result of prescribing decision or prescription writing process, there is an unintentional significant reduction in the probability of treatment being timely and effective, or increase in the risk of harm when compared with generally acceptance practice. It includes the incorrect prescription, illegal handwriting, drug allergy not identified, irritational combinations, out of list abbreviations, and this is the general example of the prescribing error. And The dispensing error. A dispensing error is a discrepancy between a prescription and the medicine that the pharmacy delivers to the patient or distributes to the ward on the basis of this prescription, including the dispensing of a medicine with inferior pharmaceutical or informational quality. Dispensing errors, the numbers, that is a 98.3% accuracy in dispensing medication. More prevalent dispensing errors: dispensing incorrect medication, dosage strength or dosage form, dosage miscalculation, failure to identify drug interaction or contraindications. This is a general example of the sound alike and look alike drug names like clonidine and cetirizine and so on. The errors on omission: failure to counsel the patient, failure to screen for interactions and contraindications. And the errors of commission: miscalculation of a dose, dispensing the incorrect medication, dosage strength or dosage form. The dispensing error, the common causes: the work environment, that is caused by the workload, distractions, work area, use of outdated or incorrect references, and the LASA drugs. Dispensing error. Administration error. A drug administration error may be defined as a discrepancy between the drug therapy received by the patient and the drug therapy intended by the prescriber. Administration error account for 26% to 32% of total medication error, and it involves the wrong patient, wrong route of administration, wrong drug, wrong dose, wrong method and wrong time. The causes of administration error: the lack of the perceived risk, lack of available technology, lack of knowledge of the prescription or administration procedures, complex design of equipment. And the next one is the transcription error. The transcription is a process of making an identical copy of prescription in the medication records. Error that occurs during the process is known as transcription error. The several sheets of paper and stages from physician's order to drug delivery may cause the confusion and add to the possibilities of transcription error. Contributing factors include incomplete or illegal prescriber orders, incomplete or illegal nurse handwriting and use of abbreviation, and lack of familiarities with the drug names. In addition to the error associated with the transcribing the drug name, there is also opportunities for the errors when transcribing the dose, routes or frequency. The indent error, the errors that occurs during the process of indenting. It includes the wrong drug, wrong strength, wrong dose and wrong route and frequency. Next, this is a general example of the medication error. This is also a general example of a medication error, and this is also an example of medication error. And errors in prescription is also caused by these factors like dose, abbreviations, introduction for the instructions for the patient, incompatibilities, dosage form, strength of the preparation and the name of drug. So abbreviation present a problem in understanding the parts of prescription order. Extreme care should be taken by a pharmacist in interpreting the abbreviation. Pharmacist should not guess at the meaning of an ambiguous abbreviations and name of the drug. There are certain drugs whose name look or sound like those of other drugs, and some of the example of such drug is as under like digitoxin and digoxin. The strength of the preparation should be stated by the prescriber. It is essential when various strength of a product are available in market, and the dosage form of drug prescribed. Many medicines are available in more than one dosage form, like as liquid, tablet, capsules, etc. The dosage form of product should be written, and dose unusually high or low dosage should be discussed with the prescriber. Pediatric dosage may present, so pharmacists should consult the pediatric posology to avoid an error. Sometimes a reasonable dose is administered too frequently. The 5 rights, like the drug is the right drug, dose is the right dose, route is the right route, and time is the right time, and patient is the right patient. Instructions for the patient. The instructions for the patient which are given in the prescription are incomplete or omitted. The quantity of the drug to be taken, the frequent and timing of administrations, and the route of administration should be clearly given in the prescription so as to avoid any confusion. Incompatibilities. It is essential to check that there are no pharmaceutical or therapeutic incompatibilities in a prescribed preparation, and that different medicines prescribed for the same patient do not interact with each other to produce any harm to patient. Certain antibiotics should not be given with a meal, since it significantly decreases the absorption of the drug. So once again, I am Swati Prakash and I am working in BVD University as a senior assistant professor. Today I have discussed the prescription, the types of prescription, the parts of prescription, the classification of prescription, the handling of prescription, and the errors or medication errors that are caused caused by the prescription. Difficult deformalities. So have a nice day and thank you.